You're standing at your kitchen counter with a confirmation email open, the clock telling you your flight is 8 days away, and a bright yellow checkbox in the booking page that says, Add Trip Protection. The room smells faintly of coffee, your phone buzzes with flight updates, and the little price shows $24.95. You feel the pressure. Buy now or skip it and save money, but you don't know whether that 25.
If your flight happens to be canceled or delayed, Compensair will help you get compensation for the inconvenience and get your money back without wasting time on red tape. Get a refund for your canceled flight right
$5 will ever pay off. Imagine the same moment at the gate. Fluorescent lights humming, boarding announcements echoing, and a sudden delay that turns a 45-minute layover into a missed connection. That's the scenario insurance is supposed to protect. I want to talk directly to you, someone who flies rarely or is about to take your first flight, so you can decide calmly whether paying for coverage is smart or wasted money. Start with preparation at home. Before you click Add, do 3 simple checks. 1. Read the booking page pop-up carefully. What exactly does it promise? 2. Check any credit cards you used to buy the ticket. Many premium cards include some travel protection automatically if you charged the fare to the card. 3. Tally what's at risk on this trip. Non-refundable hotel nights, prepaid tours, medical risks, or tight connections. Write those down. The more non-refundable money on the line, the more likely insurance is worth it. At the airport, confirm the timeline. Check your airline's minimum connection times on the printed itinerary or on the airline app, and find the gate change policy. If you have a short connection, a delayed inbound aircraft is a real trigger for missed flight expenses. Keep boarding passes and receipts if you must file a claim. Those documents are the difference between approval and denial. Now the plain reason behind the rule. Travel insurance exists to move financial risk from you to an insurer when the cost of a single bad outcome exceeds what you can comfortably pay. Think of it like a windshield wiper. For a light rain, you don't need it. For a storm, you do. If your trip cost is small and flexible, say a $120 budget airfare with free cancellation, you probably skip the wiper. If you've invested thousands in a non-refundable package, you want robust coverage. Let's get concrete about prices and payouts. Typical trip cancellation and interruption insurance costs 4.8% of the prepaid non-refundable trip cost. So, a $2,000 prepaid trip usually costs $80, $160 for full cancellation coverage. Single flight-only policies or flight insurance sold at checkout are often low-cost, $10, $30, but carry strict limits. Many only cover death or severe injury on the plane, not missed connections or cancellations. Medical evacuation coverage, air ambulance, can be the real lifesaver. A single evacuation from a remote airport can cost $50,000, $200,000. Baggage loss payouts vary widely. Insurers often cap items at a few $100s unless you declared high-value goods. What's the missed flight risk? For most travelers on domestic, single-leg itineraries, the chance of missing a flight because of weather or airline delay is low, under 3% on average, but the consequence can be expensive. Rebooking fees, fare differences, hotel nights, and lost time quickly add $200, $1,000, depending on the city and season. Worst case, an international missed connection with luggage abroad and evacuation needs can hit 5 figures. The cheapest, most practical starting solution is always verification, not purchase. Call the bank or check your credit card's benefits page before you buy. If your card offers primary travel insurance that covers cancellations, medical expenses, and emergency evacuation when you charged the fare, you may already be covered at zero extra cost. If you don't have card coverage or the policy is limited, buy a policy tailored to the real risks. If your main worry is cancellation, get trip cancellation insurance. If medical evacuation is the concern, add an emergency evacuation rider. For very short, cheap flights with refundable options, skip it. There's one important timing rule. Many policies waive pre-existing condition exclusions only if you purchase within 21 days of your initial trip deposit. If you have a health condition and you wait until the last week, that waiver might be gone. So if your trip involves medical risk, buy early. Many useful links can be found in the description. Now the fine print and the sales tricks you'll meet at checkout. The most common misleading claim is the cancel for any reason upsell, presented like a modest add-on. True CFR, cancel for any reason, coverage is expensive, often 40.75% of the trip cost, and rarely allows a full refund. Typical CFAR covers 50.75% of non-refundable costs and demands purchase within a short window. Another trick: resale sites and some OTA checkouts auto-tick add-ons under Extras, so buyers accidentally purchase duplicate coverage while a credit card already provides the same thing. Airlines sometimes advertise insurance included in vague terms. Always ask for the policy number and read the fine print. How to refuse a pushy upsell without feeling rude. Say, "No thanks," firmly and unambiguously. Then ask for the policy clause or a link. If the seller's claim sounds useful, covers missed flight due to weather, ask them to show the policy language that proves it. If they can't, don't buy. For OTAs that pre-check boxes, uncheck them before final payment and double-check the receipt email to make sure the charge didn't reappear. A short everyday analogy. Buying the wrong travel insurance is like buying flood insurance for a desert home. Expensive and useless because it doesn't match the real risk. Conversely, skipping evacuation coverage if you're traveling to remote areas is like driving through a storm without headlights. You're unnecessarily exposed to a catastrophic bill. Here's a checklist to use before you click Purchase. 1. List all non-refundable costs: airfare, hotels, tours. 2. Check your credit card and homeowner/medical insurance for travel benefits. 3. Decide your real worst case: lost money, want cancellation; medical emergency, want medical/evac; or inconvenience, want delay/missed connection coverage. 4. If you decide to buy, compare two policies on coverage limits, exclusions, and the claim process. Call customer service and ask how long claims typically take. 5. Buy within any pre-existing condition waiver window if that matters. Price comparison note. A basic trip cancellation plan on a $1,500 trip will often be $60, $120. A comprehensive multi-trip annual plan for frequent flyers might be $150, $300 a year, and include many small trips. Single-trip evacuation riders for riskier destinations can cost $30, $100 extra, but can eliminate the potential $100,000 plus bill. One hidden fee to watch for: processing or admin fees on claims. Some cheap insurers add a $25, $75 processing fee per claim or a per-person surcharge. If you file a baggage claim for a $300 laptop, a $50 processing fee erodes the benefit. Ask upfront whether there are claim fees and whether reimbursement is net of deductibles. Another real-world tip: document everything. Take photos of damaged baggage, keep police reports for theft, and screenshot any airline delay notices. Policy approval often depends on timely, organized evidence more than on subjective accounts. Worst case handled badly. You assume you have coverage, you don't buy, and a health emergency requires Medivac. Suddenly, you're arranging and funding transport for $75,000. Best case handled smartly. You checked credit card benefits, bought a limited policy that covers the key risk, and when the delay happens, you get rebooked and reimbursed for the missed night within a week. For most rare flyers, the practical answer is this: if most of your trip is refundable or the money at stake is under a few $100s, skip. If you've prepaid significant non-refundable costs, are traveling outside your home country, or face medical risks, buy targeted coverage. Cancellation and evacuation are the two big-ticket items worth paying for. Final, actionable lines. Call your card issuer and ask, if I charge this flight today, will I be covered for trip cancellation, emergency medical, and evacuation? Is that primary or secondary coverage? If you buy a policy, take a screenshot of the policy number and email it to yourself and a travel buddy. When someone offers insurance at checkout, uncheck boxes, ask for policy language, and only accept if the coverage matches a real financial risk you can't otherwise absorb. If this helped you decide, please subscribe and like. There are more clear, practical travel checklists coming that save time and money. Safe travels.